Hello, this is Frank Gray with RE/MAX the Woodlands and Spring and RE/MAX Associates Northeast, all in the Houston metro area. We're going to take just a few minutes here and learn how to create a landing page on our RE/MAX LeadStreet website that is search engine optimized using a header with keywords, an embedded YouTube video, and a saved search that will deliver a constant stream of fresh content to our website. And of course, the purpose of all of this is to enable search engines to find our website so that when consumers are searching for homes for sale in neighborhoods where we want to do business, they will find our website. So specifically today, we're going to learn how to create a neighborhood page, a community page on our website that focuses on a specific neighborhood in our preferred market area. So I'm going to encourage you to open two tabs on your computer. The first one would be the home page of your RE/MAX LeadStreet website. That's what you're seeing on the screen right now is my home page. And then secondly, open a tab for YouTube. If you've already created your own YouTube channel, that's fantastic. If not, just open the site itself and you'll be able to select from any number of videos that may already have been created and available for your target neighborhood. So let's get started. On our RE/MAX LeadStreet website, we're going to select Site Builder. We're going to wait patiently. There we go. Since I'm a manager, I have to select another link. Go to My Site Builder. Once it opens up, we're going to select Site Content. And then what we have on the Site Content page are a number of boxes that list all the pages that are currently available under all the top-level navigation buttons on our home page. And so you'll see this first box is labeled Properties. As we scroll down a little bit, we see Services in the middle of the page. Scroll down a little bit further, and here we come to the Community tab. And these are all the pages on my website under Community. Now, since we're going to be creating a new page, we're going to select this link right here that says Add Page. We're now going to give it a name, and the name that you want to give your new page is the exact name of the neighborhood that you're featuring. The neighborhood I'm going to use in this sample is April Sound, and since I've done this example several times, I'm going to give it a number 4 to differentiate it from the other pages, but you would just have the simple name of your neighborhood. Select Add Page. We wait for our congratulations. There it is, new page successfully added, and then we select the Edit Content link. Now, we've already accomplished our first major purpose, creating a landing page on LeadStreet. Now we're going to fill it with some content, and just very simply for this purpose, put in a few keywords that relate to the geography of your neighborhood, in my case, April Sound, the neighborhood name, space, then insert a pipe. If you're not familiar with a pipe, it's kind of halfway between a / and a backslash. It's found on your keyboard right above the Enter key on the right side of the keyboard on your computer. You'll see a key with a backslash, but if you hit the Shift key and then that backslash key, you'll insert a pipe, a little vertical bar right there, which is very important. That indicates to search engines that there are keywords separated by that pipe. So it looks for those pipes to indicate words of importance. Space. I'm going to put in the city in which this neighborhood is located. Another space, another pipe. Texas. Another space, another pipe. And then I'm going to put in my name and phone number. Even though it's unlikely that a consumer searching for homes for sale in April Sound, Montgomery, Texas would search on my name or phone number, this header is going to be viewable to consumers when they land on this page, and I want my name and number to be prominent so that they'll know how to contact me. Once we've completed that header, we're going to highlight it. Then we're going to select the drop-down menu from the Formats button. Select Headers, and then select a header size that's large enough to fill the page, but not so large that it goes over to 2 lines. Since I don't have a great deal of content in my header, I can probably get away with header 1, and yes, it fits just fine. So now we're just going to come down to the next line and go to the second step in our process, which is to embed a YouTube video. So we'll select the YouTube tab, find a video if you're on your page that relates to the community that you're highlighting. Now, if you've not made a video, you could just come up here to the search window, type in the name of the community that you're searching for. In my case, I would put in April Sound, and I guarantee you there would be any number of videos that come up, some of which might be appropriate to put on my website. However, I'm not going to leave it to chance, so I went out a few days ago and shot my own video. You'll see it's labeled April Sound. It's only 37 seconds long. They don't have to be long. I play it. Now I'm going to pause it so that we can work with some of the special embed commands. I'm going to pull the bar down just a little bit. I'm going to select the share button right here. Once I do that, I have a couple more options, and I'm going to select embed. Now we have the blue video source code open. We want to put our cursor in that box and then simply do a Control-C to copy the source code. We're going to go back to our YouTube website, select that tab. I'm sorry, our LeadStreet website. Put our cursor back in the content box and do a Control-V to copy the source code onto our landing page. And you'll see here that what I have is a line of code. It's the exact source code that we saw a moment ago. What's ideal at this point is to see on your screen not a line of code, but a large gray box with a play button in the center. That indicates that you have successfully added your video. So I believe what's happening here is that the website simply needs a few minutes to catch up with itself. So I'm going to pause this recording. We're going to give the website just a few minutes to complete, and then we will come back and continue. Okay, we have waited a couple minutes now, and we have not changed what we're seeing on the screen. So I'm going to go ahead and come down here and select the Submit button and trust that the website will continue to do its work. Now, there's one more thing we need to do before we move on, and that's come down here to the Community section where we created this page. And there it is, April Sound 4. And we're simply going to change this radio button from Hide, which is the default, to Show. And that way we'll be able to actually see in process what we've done on this page. So we're going to come over to the top right-hand side of our site content page, select View Live Website. And since we built this page under the Community tab, we're going to put our cursor there, slide down to the landing page we just created, April Sound 4, and see what it looks like. And what we see here is that it is still showing this source code without having embedded the video. But we're not going to panic. We're simply going to close the tab, keep working, and trust that the website will do its work behind the scene while we continue to build the page. So we're going to scroll back down, find the Community section, find our page, April Sound 4, and we're going to select Edit. Now we're going to go back to the page. Well, looky there. It has finally caught up with us. We have this beautiful gray box with the play button in the center. And just to make sure that saves, I'm going to hit Submit. That might not be necessary because it looks like it's there. But not being a techie, I'm going to be super safe. I'm going to select View Live Website one more time. Community page, April Sound 4. And looky there, success. There's our video that's embedded. That's what we wanted to see at this point. And we could select the play button and play that video if we wanted to. Notice the nice header at the top of the page with keywords, and then my name and telephone number. All right, success. We're breathing easier. We're going to close the tab and continue our editing process. So we'll scroll back down one more time. Here we are in the community section, April Sound Test 4. I'm going to select Edit Page. I'm also going to pause our video recording just for a moment and be right back. Okay, well, thank you so much for your patience. That was a call that I received from an agent, and I wanted to provide them good support. So now we are back on track with our little tutorial. So what we're going to do now that we have our video on the page and it all looks good, we're just going to hit Submit and get back to our site content page. Now what we're going to do is select My Searches. So this is the tab right in the center of your page. You'll see several hot links over here on the left. We're going to select the first one, which says Create a My Agent Saved Search. Now we could do it right from this page using city, zip code, pricing information, but because we're building specifically a neighborhood landing page, I'm going to encourage you to select the Advanced Search button, which is on the right side of your screen. At this point, you'll need to select the MLS that you're identified with. In my case, it's going to be the Houston MLS. Once you do that, you're going to have some additional options that we did not have on the basic search page. And one of those is to search by neighborhood. This is the tab right in the center of your page. So I'm going to select neighborhood. Now I have an alpha and numeric search grid. I'm going to search, in my example, on A for April Sound, but just select the first letter of the neighborhood that you're featuring. So these are all the A neighborhoods in the Houston MLS, and I am simply going to scroll down until I find April Sound. Now you'll see here there are a whole bunch of sections within April Sound identified. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, and so on. I want the entire community of April Sound for this landing page, so I'm going to select April Sound. It would be a great idea, actually, to individually build landing pages for each of these sections if the sections had neighborhood names. For example, Village of April Sound or April Sound Harbor. If those neighborhoods are possible search terms that a consumer might use, then I would definitely want to build a landing page for each one. But for this example, we're just going to do the entire community of April Sound. So once we've selected that, we drag the page down to select the Save Search button. Now that we've done that, we want to give our search a name, and everything needs to be consistent. So this is going to be April Sound 4, the same name as my page, and then Submit. Now we have two options: go to Saved Search Manager and stay on the current page. We're going to select Go to Saved Search Manager. We already completed this saved search. We just created it. Now we're going to create a search engine optimized search page. So what we're going to do is give it a link name, and it's going to be exactly what we've been doing all along. In my case, April Sound 4. It will have a unique domain name that is eminently findable by the search engines if you separate your keywords with a hyphen. If you just run it all together, April Sound Homes for Sale, for example, the search engines can't differentiate the individual words. So in this case, I'm going to do April Sound Montgomery Texas. There we go. I know that looks a little bit hairy. It's a long and cumbersome URL, but what we're going for now is to allow the search engines to find our page, and that is going to work for that purpose. Now we're going to fill in the Page Builder Content tab, select the down arrow, and we're going to scroll down until we find this community page that we want to search on, and in our case it's April Sound 4. Search page object display, we're going to turn that off. And now the saved search select the drop-down window and find that search that you named earlier, April Sound 4. Very good. We're making great progress. Hang in there with us. Now we're going to insert a meta title for this page. And you'll see some helpful comments on the right side. In this case, it says meta title is the phrase describing the web page. This phrase will also display on the user's computer screen and at the top of the browser window. So what I'm going to put in here as my meta title is Homes for Sale in April Sound. The description, and again, our little helpful comment on the right says a meta description should be a sentence or two describing the web page, and it should reinforce the words on the page found in the meta keywords. So what I'm simply going to say is Homes for Sale in April Sound, Montgomery, Texas. And you could certainly go beyond that if you wish to. Keywords, I'm going to put in here April Sound, comma, Montgomery, Texas, comma. It's on the shores of Lake Conroe, so I'm going to put that in there. And I could go on much further if I was building a page for consumers. In this case, I'm just doing it for this tutorial, so I'm going to stop right here. But again, notice the comments on the right. Separate your keywords with a comma and a space. It's recommended to limit the number of words, keeping the total number of characters to under 250. And there's a helpful little guide right here that tells me of the 900 available characters, I've already used 43. So I could do 4 or 5 times as much as I've done and still be within the recommended range. Once you get all your words in, select Update. Okay, it says the URL that I just entered already exists for this account. That's because I've done this class several times. So I'm going to scroll back up here and just add Texas 4. Obviously, that's inappropriate for actual use, but for class purposes, it should be fine. And I'm going to click Update. Now we have success. The search page has been saved. We select OK. Now we're going to go to View Live Website again and see if we have been successful in creating a page. Now, little hint here, we built this in the community section, but once you add a saved search, it's actually going to show up under the Properties tab. And there is a way to move this over to community, but that's beyond the scope of what I want to cover in this tutorial. So there it is. We scroll right down, April Sound 4. Let's open the page and see if we have been successful. There's the page, the header, the video. There it is, our search results. Now, the photos have not loaded on this page because I've got a slow connection, but what you're seeing here is the MLS listing on every property for sale in April Sound. Isn't that a beautiful thing? The way this serves you at a very high level is that the saved search functions almost as a blog entry that you're updating several times each day. Search engines give great preference to websites with fresh content. And now, every time there's an update on any of these properties in April Sound, whether it be a price change or a status change, I'll have a fresh update, fresh content on the page, which is highly attractive to search engines. If I build 30 or 40 such pages on 30 or 40 neighborhoods where I want to do business, that's the equivalent of having 30 to 40 regularly updated blogs on my website, and is certain to drive many consumers to the website, resulting in a significant and steady source of leads. So there you go. Again, my name is Frank Gray. My number is on the screen ahead of you, in front of you, 713. Actually, I wrote that down wrong. Here's the correct number, 713-702-6978. Let me know anytime I can help you grow your business. Thank you.